Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to do your weekly love reading. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. I do all signs 2 times a week. I do it on Sunday, and then I also do it on Thursday. If you want to be read, have a personal reading at the end of those lives and be read live, that information is in the description box of those videos, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is for Libra spirit. Hey, Michelle. Okay, we have bedroom. Trying to show you where you can see it. Okay, bedroom. So it says intimacy, courage, embrace. It says be brave to embrace intimacy and create a meaningful connection. So this is about you. We talked about this before, right? We talk about this all the time, and about how you need to learn how to open yourself back up to love and intimacy with a person. Okay, I know y'all been through this stuff with these people where you feel like they've torn you down and they try to chip away at your self-esteem, and I get it. Okay, but you can't allow these people to win by allowing them to change your character and the way that you move in relationships with other people. Okay, so part of that is you putting on the big boy drawers or the big girl panties and doing the healing that you need to do, right? And showing up the way you need to show up with this new person. Okay, you have to learn how to trust again. That's what it is. You have to learn how to love again, and part of loving again is trusting. But you first have to start to trust yourself, because I feel like a lot of you have lost a lot of self-trust because you thought you were a good judge of character, because I think we all think that about ourselves, right? Then you get into these relationships with these people and they do all this crazy shit to you, right? Then you like, what in the hell? You know, am I blind? Do I not, do I not see what is going on? Why do I always seem to pick the same type of people? And I told you, it's not something you're consciously doing. It's a subconscious thing, because if it wasn't, think about how some of these people you choose end up being almost exactly like the last one, or it's like there's no way you could look at somebody and say that person's gonna act just like the last one I was with. There's no way you can do that unless it's a subconscious thing you're doing. Okay, so that's why it's so important for you to heal the things you need to heal up here, so we can show up in a new way and not be entertaining anybody that has any tendencies like these fucking dusties and crusties we dealt with in the past. Okay, all right, so to clarify, we have vivid dreams showing up here, right? So this card says, pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. Okay, so I feel like as this person gets closer and closer to showing up in your life, your soulmate, you're gonna start to you feel it, because I hear, can you feel it? Can you feel it? I hear that from the Jackson 5. So you might be able to feel it energetically. You should be able to. You're an empath. Because if this other Dusty and Crusty can feel this and know some shit going down with you, you should be able to feel it too, right? Hey, Christy, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. So I'm saying all of this to say, as you get closer to this person, things are going to start popping up. It could be messages from spirit. You could be hearing more about your person. Like if you clicking on random videos, or random videos are coming up in your feed, because sometimes spirit talks to me like that, so they could be talking to y'all that way too. So you could be seeing random titles on videos that are talking about your person. You like, oh, that sounds like my person, or whatever like that. But it's because the two of you are getting very close to coming together. Okay, but you can't stop doing what you need to do, and you have to open yourself up. You cannot expect to have a healthy relationship if you're not moving in a healthy manner. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and move on. This is for Libra spirit. This message is for Libra. Okay, hold on one second. I forgot to pull up my, there it is. Okay. If you got Virgo placements, I did the Virgo video, but it wouldn't allow me to go online to do it. So I had to do it old school. So it's being uploaded right now while we're doing this one. Okay. So this one allowed me to get back on here, but I have a second recording that I'm doing at the same time, so that if this gets messed up, we still have the original. And you know, because I'm not redoing, no, I don't like doing that because it does something. Okay. So it's coming. It'll probably be up in another hour or so. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and begin. So we got the Four of Cups. Your overall energy, Libra. Hold on, I'm trying to the light. Okay, Four of Cups. So it's talking about your overall energy. Is talking about you having a feeling like you had a false start, a lot of false starts, right? Because look at the rain cloud. Look at the card. I don't like to hold it like that, but I'm trying to pull it so you can see it. Look at how this person, the clouds and the rain are only on them. I hear raindrops keep falling on my head. That old song. That's what I keep hearing. So this is like a lot of you have started to think that's all you're ever going to experience when it comes to love. For some of you, it could be life in general. You feel like life just been pissing on you your whole life. I don't know how I'm getting that, but that's for somebody. Okay. So I'm saying all of this to say, you got to break out of these thoughts. You got to stop thinking in a way that's self-destructive, okay? Because in order for you to move off in the direction you're wanting to move off into, step into a new timeline, it's going to require changes. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about this. And it's self-change. It's nobody else. It's nobody out here on the outside that needs to change. It's you, the way you think and the way you move and all of these things, so you can manifest what it is you want. Okay. All right. Underneath this, we have the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. It is talking about healing. So I feel like a lot of y'all, bravo. That's what I say. I feel like you understand what is going on. You're trying to do what you can to move out of that energy and move into a better energy. So that's good. Because I know it's not easy. I know it's not. I know it's easier said than done because I do it too. So I understand what you're going through. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands showing up here. I always start laughing when we talk about the Pringles can. So tell you, if you like men, whether you're a man or woman, you're not going to be disappointed with your person. You know what I mean? Because you know I'm Scorpio, I got a dirty mind. So just go with it, okay? All right, so it's going to talk about a passionate new beginning with your person, okay? And then we got the Ten of Cups here. Look, it's gonna be, you're gonna be happy in all the ways. So you're gonna be happy emotionally, you're gonna be happy this way too. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like that. It's look. My mind is in the gutter, yes. You know what I hear now? I don't condone this song, but this is what Spirit's playing in my head. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Y'all know what the hell that is. Y'all know. Look, Daniel say be bow-legged as hell. Don't make me spit this candy out of my mouth. Y'all are cracking me up here. Okay. Oh my God. It's like cracking me up. Look, Christy saying, Christy, quit saying it. Okay, come on. Then we got the Five of Wands showing up here. So it's a lot of people, everybody here laughing. Oh God, that's good. I think we all needed a good laugh. I like that. You Danielle say, damn, don't choke. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, my mind is in the gutter, so I don't think you talk about the candy. Oh my God, that was a good one. Okay, let's come on. So we got the Five of Wands showing up here. Hey, Angel Eyes, how you doing? With the Five of Wands, this is talking about, competition. I feel like a lot of people, you know how this is. You know how this is. Like you'll go along and you will be single. And then the minute you get into a relationship with somebody, here everybody come. Everybody, all of a sudden, everybody see you shining bright like a diamond, and everybody want to get with you, right? So I feel like that's what this is talking about. That you're gonna have a lot of people that start to see your value after your person sees your value, which to me is just crazy, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify. You ain't here late, Angel Eyes. You missed what we talked about in the beginning. You missed it. We was cracking up before you came in here. Okay, so we have commitment issues showing up here, Libra, and then okay. All right, we back. Like I told you, I'm making a second copy of this just in case this one don't hang. I trust me, I still got one. Okay, so like I told you, we have commitment issues showing up here. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to see who this is. Let me see who this is. Why this is showing up? If it's you, or if it's your person, or if we're talking about the destiny question. Who is this spirit? Okay, this is talking about the Dusty and Crusty. Okay, so you talking about me, Angel Eyes? Are you talking about me? If you talking about me, no. It's just I feel like this is Mercury retrograde, and it's just some garbage internet. That's what I feel like it is. So this is talking about this old Dusty and Crusty, right? Not having having commitment issues, not wanting to open up, not wanting to provide show up as somebody wanting to be in a healthy connection. Okay. But then we also have honeymoon phase showing up here that's talking about this new person coming in, right? So it's saying that you're going to have this beautiful start to this connection with this new person, but this is also about you not taking off and running off because you feel something instead of, without you taking the time to look at the other person, the new person, and make sure they're feeling the same thing and they're showing up the same way you are. Okay. Because that's what this is about. You can't ignore what's going on, be in a relationship with somebody and be ignoring what's going on with them and only be looking at how you feeling. Okay. All right. Okay. And then we got conflict resolution, right? So it says when tension arises, you don't shut down, you lean in. This is why your love keeps evolving. Okay. So this is about you and this person. I told you, Spirit is going to put you together with this person. And it's about both of you. They're going to step back and allow both of you to figure this out, figure out how to have a healthy relationship with each other. Okay. All right. Okay, there's the receipts card. He just keeps coming up. It says evidence, guilty as charged and exposed. So I told you, I feel like a lot of y'all that are waiting on this Dusty and Crusty to come back, you are basically, you got your, you know, your arsenal, right? You got your information that you have hidden, that you're waiting to come out and watch this person's face with if they come back with some bullshit, okay? Because we got the blues on the bottom of the deck, and I feel like this is talking about that Dusty and Crusty, because they feeling like this not because they want to be with you. They feeling like this because they can't manipulate. That's what this is about, okay? All right. Okay, first card we're going to take a look at is talking about where you are now, Libra, okay? We have the Page of Cups showing up here. So this is Pisces energy. It's talking about 3 different things. This keeps coming up for everybody. This can be talking about the Dusty and Crusty coming back for the, you know, for all of you. It's also talking about, you know, them coming back and wanting to start over and give you an apology, but it's a fake apology. Then those of you, this is not everybody. This is not going to apply to everybody. It's talking about the soulmate. If you had a false start with the soulmate as well, they're coming back to fix things and apologize. Okay, that person is genuine. And then for the rest of you, it is just talking about the regular you meeting your soulmate. If you didn't know your soulmate, ever meeting for the first time or figuring out who it is, and you and this person, you know, coming together with a love offer. Okay. All right, let's clarify. So we have this person, the one you blocked, the Dusty and Crusty, the twin flame. You know, this is primarily what Spirit is talking about, is the fact that this person is coming back, and about you needing to be ready to, you know, kick this person off in the ass when they come back. Okay. All right. And then this is, you know, it's also talking about your past life love, which I said is going to come back with the love offer as well. Because like I said, you know, this person's going to crash out, right? Because you got this new person coming in with the cuffing season card. It's talking about them being single, ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. Okay. But they hunting for you. They ain't hunting for nobody else. Then you got this other person that's, like I told you, they got the blues, they flipping out, all this shit, because you are moving on. You don't want anything to do with them. They can't get your attention. They can't siphon from you. That's why they all in the damn gutter with a fucking liquor bottle, you know, drinking and drugging themselves. Okay. Next card is talking about love life challenges. So we got the 4 of Pentacles here. Again, we're talking about needing to open yourself up emotionally, okay? Because normally the 4 of Pentacles is somebody with a pentacle above their head, 1 in front of their chest, and 1 under each foot. The reason why with that card, what Spirit is talking about is whenever you have something in front of your chest in tarot, it's always talking about like you blocking yourself emotionally or being blocked emotionally, okay? So it's about opening yourself up. Yeah, that's what, look, I hear, get a leg up, ow, ow, get a leg over, boy. Yeah, that's what I hear. So Spirit is telling you it's time to level up. It's graduation day, level up, learn your lessons, acquired wisdom, and moving forward, okay? Realizing that what happened, but you can't shut yourself down forever if you want to have a healthy relationship with somebody, okay? Because like I said, you're going to be stepping into this invite only with your person. I told you people are going to be trying to figure out what you're doing, Libra. But, you know, you're going to be with your person, booed up, secret lovers. Yeah, that's what we are. That's what I hear. You and this person going to be together, look, all intertwined with the shared healing card and doing whatever healing you didn't do on your own, okay? Like I said, but this is not, I'm not telling you when I say that you need to stop healing or stop doing what it is you need to do. Please make sure you still continuing to do what you want to do. I mean, what you need to do, because you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and think that this person is coming, but they ain't showing up because you're not doing the things that spirit is asking you to do. Okay. All right. Because I told you this person ain't fucking around. We got marriage vows here, right? So it's talking about, you know, this isn't a fantasy. It's about you and this person coming together and coming to the consensus that you want to be together for the rest of your lives. Okay. All right. Next card is talking about self-love. Okay. So we got the 9 of Pentacles. This is about you learning how to stand in your power and know your worth, right? Know your own value. And when you truly do that, it's like you put on, you know, your Superwoman or Superman outfit, whatever you want to call it, and or Wonder Woman, whatever you want to call it, and you stand there and you like, okay, I know what I deserve, and I'm not settling. This is where I set the bar, and I'm not settling for anything less. If anybody comes up, it doesn't matter if they come up to like right here. I'm still not having it, because if the representative can show up in the beginning and do all the right things and say all the right things, then that means that person can do that as well, right? When that representative period is over, they can still do that, show up that way as well. But that's when you find out who's truly wanting to be with you and who's just fucking around and playing games. Because it's easy for the representative to show up for a week or a couple of days or whatever the fuck until they get what they want. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's clarify. So we got healthy habits. So this person becoming a part of your life, like I said, it's going to be a lot of positives. Let me say that. They're going to add a lot of positivity to your life, because you're going to learn how to move. I feel like overall in a healthier manner. It's not just talking about food. I feel like it's talking about all the areas, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Okay. Like you're both going to rub off on each other in a beautiful way. Okay. So Spirit is telling you that's why the single life is so important, because it's about you learning how to have this relationship with yourself. Okay. In order to step into a healthy relationship with someone else, it has to start with a healthy relationship between you and yourself. Okay. Now they playing Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I. That's what they playing in my head. That is so funny. Spirit is funny. So we got honeymooning showing up here. So Rihanna, must be love on the brain. So you and this person gonna have love on the brain. It says talking often, feeling all the feels, right? But like I said, in order to get here, you got to start here first. All right. Next card we're going to take a look at is talking about experiences, like lessons that you've learned. So we got the 4 of Swords. This is talking about healing, how to take care of yourself. Because look at the teddy bear. The teddy bear's in the bed, got a cup of tea, it's chilling. It knows when it's time to pull back and focus on self. Okay, let's clarify. Look at all the cups of tea or coffee or whatever you want to call it, right? Look at all of them. So it's saying comfortability is the kind of connection where you can be yourself, right? And this is going to be somebody where when you get sick or you're down or something like that, this is not going to be somebody that's like, oh, I'm going out with my friends, you know, take care of yourself. This is going to be somebody that is like, get in the bed, you know, let me take care of you. Let me do all this stuff that's going to give you the support that you've always wanted. Okay. You're my best friend. So we got the best friend card. It's saying, of course, you can spend hours talking about nothing or doing nothing with this person and still have a good time. Okay. And this is what's going to be the plot twist, because you're learning how to love on yourself and to give to yourself. That's what's going to create the type of relationship you want to have with this new person. Okay. All right. Next card we're going to take a look at talks about what's holding you back. So we got the 5 of Pentacles here, and we also have the 8 of Swords. So this is pretty clear. It's talking about a lot of you feeling left out in the cold, and you have to heal from that and move out of that energy and being stuck in your mind. So a lot of you have just been going around and around and around and around. You know, like when you're on a computer and the computer gets stuck, you try to go to a website, and it's just thinking and thinking, and the thing is spinning and spinning and spinning. That's what Spirit is showing me in my head. It's like a lot of you may have been stuck for a long time in this Five of Pentacles energy, or thinking these thoughts about how, you know, you can't never get it right when it comes to your love relationships, and, you know, just perpetuating that, telling yourself it's never gonna happen, it's never gonna happen, and never gonna have what I want, and all this kind of things. And this is what delays you. That's why you have to be positive. I'm not saying you need to be, oh my God, you know, like that all the time. But you know, if you have your negative thought, then after you have your negative thought, you need to go back to the positive thinking. Like, you know, you're gonna have negative thoughts. This is a universe of duality. You can't have one without the other, right? So if you have that negative thought, don't allow that to be the last thing you think about the situation. Change it to something more positive, okay? Okay, so we have the bickering card. So it says you're speaking, but neither of you is listening. The real problem isn't what you're fighting about, it's how you're fighting. So you have to learn how to fight fairly in relationships, because I feel like these old dusties and crusties taught you how to, you know, hit them where it hurts, right? Hit below the belt, say all kinds of crazy. Okay, I'm back. So like I said, we got the bickering card. This is about learning how to fight fair, right? And not just get crazy, talk, you know, talk crazy. Like I said, hit them where it hurts, you know, say all kinds of stuff. And I feel like I said, a lot of y'all learned that in older connections. It could have been even when you grew up, the home life, your home environment, when you were kids, you saw people, you know, going at it and saying all kinds of crazy stuff to each other. And, you know, a lot of this kind of stuff is learned behavior. So it's about you unlearning this to be in this connection with this person in a healthy way, okay? Because you and this person is not going to be just a physical, you know, or emotional connection. Your mind, you and this person are going to be on the same wavelength about a lot of things, the way you think about things and stuff like that. I'm not saying you're not ever going to disagree about anything, but for the majority of it, you're both going to think the same, okay? All right. For the things that matter, I feel like. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, so when it comes to, we're talking about a description of your person, right? So we got the Eight of Cups showing up here. So what this is telling me is that your person has had to walk away from people, that were mistreating them and doing them all kinds of ways, just like you did with the Eight of Cups, okay? And this could still be a reminder for some of you that you still got things and people and places that you need to walk away from as well, okay? We have the friend zone here. I feel like you and this person, of course, are going to start out as friends. That's what you're being recommended to do, to take your time, because this is a cosmic connection, Spirit is saying. And so there is no rush. This person is not going anywhere. And I feel like, once you get comfortable with this person, I feel like you're not going to go anywhere either. All right. So it's about both of you taking your time to basically slowly build the type of relationship that you both want to have. Okay. All right. Let me see if there's anything else Spirit wants to tell you. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of harmony, a lot of balance, a lot of peace, and a lot of happiness when it comes to this connection. This person is just going to automatically bring that because that's what they cultivate within themselves. That's why you need to be doing the same thing. So when you come together, it's a very healthy, harmonious, peaceful, calm, relationship, right? Interdependent relationship, and not codependent or dependent in any kind of way like that. That's unhealthy. All right. Okay. Next card we're looking at is talking about where we at, how or when you're going to meet. So we got the Lovers, right? Gemini energy is talking about both of you making the choice to be in this connection with each other. Let me see what Spirit is saying to clarify. Okay, we have light bulb moment showing up here to clarify. So it says sudden realization, feeling inspired, insightful awareness. So it could be that y'all come together, you start out as friends, and then one day it's gonna be like a fucking lightning bolt, a lightning bolt, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is my person. This is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is the one that, treats me exactly the way that I've always wanted to be treated. Because like I said, you need time to do this. Because I was talking about this with Virgo. When we buy a fucking mattress, we have like what? Months. They give you months, like 100 days for some of these mattresses to try it out. Because you spend most of your time when you're not awake. The second amount of most time that you spend is sleeping, right? So if you're going to spend a lot of money to get a mattress, you're going to take your time. You need to break it in. You got to see if it's for you. If you got a partner, you got to see if it's for your partner, all these types of stuff. It's the same thing when you buy a car. That's why they have a period where you can test it out. And if this is not for you, you can bring them motherfucker back, because this is like a purchase where when you come together with it, it's going to be for years. It's not going to be something where, I'm going to keep this for a week, or I'm keeping for a couple of weeks, and then I just going to take it back or whatever. It's not like that. So a lot of us, we spend more time when it comes to that type of shit than we do with the fucking people we pick to be in our lives. And then we wonder why the shit don't work. Okay? So you have to give your own self, just like things that you buy come with warranties, like manufacturer's warranties, all this shit. If something happened, you can take it back. You need to give your own self a warranty by slowing down and taking the time to figure out who this person is. That's what people don't understand. You got to figure out who people are, because I told you, you can know somebody for, look, let me tell you this. There have been people that I've known since I was a fucking teenager that completely flipped the script and one day just started acting like somebody completely fucking different. And I'd known this person for fucking decades. So I'm saying all of this to say anybody can flip at any time. But before that happened, me and this person had decades where we were good together, right? But I feel like it was because we slowly became friends, right? Even though I'm talking about a friendship, but it's still the same thing. It's still a relationship, right? It's just a platonic relationship, right? So I'm saying all this to say, you got to slow down and take your time, because this is about you not repeating the same mistakes. And like I said, I don't know what it is with the damn speed. I understand you just want to get there, because I used to be like that too. But now I'm like, I don't give a fuck how fast the other person want to go. I hear slow down. I just want to get to know you. And I genuinely feel like that now because I'm like, I'm like, what is that? Is that L'Oreal? L'Oreal, I'm worth it. I feel like I'm worth it. I feel like motherfuckers need to take their time to get to know me. I need to take my time to get to know them because I feel like people of value and people that are building valuable relationships, that's what they do. There's no reason to be going motherfucking fast, right? And like I said, that's why I said it's a good thing. A lot of y'all are looking at it as a bad thing, but I feel like it's a good thing that there's going to be distance between you and this person because it forces you to slow down and take your time. Because like I said, they ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere neither. And if they go somewhere, they wasn't never meant to be here fucking for the long term anyway. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's what a lot of y'all forget about the Dusty and Crusty. They wasn't ever going to stay here forever. They wasn't, that never was their fucking intention. Okay. So a lot of y'all been beating yourselves up over the person. How could I pick somebody like that? All this kind of stuff. Everybody can get fooled and get bamboozled. That's why we don't go fast, because when you go fast, people get to pretend. They you know it's hard to pretend to do something or to be something because it gets exhausting. You gonna start to slip up. Your lies people gonna catch you in lies. You got to lie with the lie and the lie and the lie in order to keep up. You can't keep your story straight, all this kind of stuff. And so you owe it to yourself. This is about you loving yourself enough to say, hey, the right person, me, I love myself enough to go slowly, because it's not about the other person at the end of the day. It's how you're showing up and the standards that you're setting, right? Because somebody, I had said something about standards in one of the other videos, and this girl is like, standards are not walls. And I'm like, yes, they are. They are to the wrong person. The ones that are trying to taking advantage of you, the ones that are trying to fucking step on your boundaries, the ones that are trying to drag you down. Yes, they very much are walls to the wrong people. To the right people, they're going to respect the fact that you care enough and you love yourself enough to have your own back. Because that's what this is about at the end of the day. A lot of us are going and walking around feeling some kind of way because other people don't have our backs, but we don't have our own fucking backs. Because we stepping into relationships and we giving way too much, way too fucking soon. We opening up ourselves and opening up our homes, opening up our fucking bank accounts, our purses and wallets to people that we barely even know. And then when they drag us and do fucked up shit, we blaming them. But I'm like, but it's us too. Because you know, when they talk about, we tell little kids about stranger danger, we need to be talking about stranger danger too. Not to say that this new person is dangerous, but we need to treat all people like, okay, this is somebody we got to watch until they start to prove to us who they are over a long period of time. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's having your own fucking back, because if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it. Okay, and if the Dusties and Crusties that are trying to come in realize that you're not doing that, oh, baby, they're going to have a good time with you, okay? And I know a lot of y'all, after the shit you've been through, that's the last thing you want to go through again. I feel like some of y'all, if you have to go through that one more time, I don't know if y'all going to ever want to get into something with somebody else again. That's why I keep telling you over and over again, please make sure you're slowing down, please, because you're doing this for you. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself, because somebody that belongs in your life, they're going to stay there. They're going to do whatever's necessary. Okay. So stop telling yourself, oh, if I don't go fast, or if I don't do this, or if I don't do that, this person's not going to stay here. They don't need to be here. If they're going to walk away at the first fucking sign of trouble, that's not somebody you need to be fucking dealing with. Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to look for these red flags. I hear ring the alarm, Beyonce, ring the alarm. That's what I hear in my head. So this is imperative that you do this, because a lot of y'all don't want to open back up in this reading that I'm talking to now because of the shit you went through in the past. So, okay, I get that. I understand that. But I'm explaining to you how to do it in a way where you're more proactive about taking care of yourself, so you don't end up devastated, okay, walked all over like a doormat or whatever because of the shit that other people have done. Okay? All right, let's move on. say, oh, Danielle, oh God. I'm like, what she been saying now? You be cracking me up. You say you gonna see me on Cops, be like, damn, there goes Danielle. She said she would. You a mess. You a mess. But like I said, let me say this. I understand the excitement of getting into something with somebody, especially those of you where I know they don't, right? They don't want to get out, but it's okay because if I got to come back 50 times, we're gonna finish this read. We're gonna finish it. Okay, so like I said, I know a lot of y'all, you excited, you got this person coming, spirit is telling you that this person is like the holy grail, the person you always wanted to be with, you excited about it, it's gonna be human nature for you to want to go back. I'm not sitting here telling you that you ain't gonna want to do that and that the other person ain't gonna want to do that. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is don't like go on autopilot. Don't go into autopilot and stop thinking, right? Don't start feeling as an empath and then make your brain cut off and stop thinking about what you need to do. And like I told you, because that's what we do. We take off and we start running and we like, oh, we tiptoeing or whatever, or running through the tulips or whatever. I hear they playing the Little House on the Prairie. And we running, right? Right. Oh my God, in love, whatever. I get it. You can run through the flowers with that Little House on the Prairie music after you vet your person. Not trying to stop, not trying to fun snatch, not trying to take away that feeling of feeling like that. Okay, because that's a beautiful feeling, and I get it. The old what a feeling, Toyota back in the day. Those of you that know that reference know what I'm talking about. So I'm saying all this to say it's not that you can't do that. It's that you don't want to do this shit in the beginning. Establish your bond of trust with this person first. Figure out for yourself if they got your back, if you got their back. Go through a few fucked up situations with your person. See how they handle things, because they need to see how you are under stress and pressure. You need to see how they perform under stress and pressure, right? And then when you know that this person is somebody you can count on, you've taken your time to build a friendship first and then level it up to that, then roll in the fucking grass and in the flowers and do whatever the hell you fucking want to do after that, okay? Spirit is not saying that you can't have that period. They not saying you can't have the honeymoon phase. They're just saying don't go from I meet you one day till tomorrow or the next day. The next day, day 2, day 3, we doing this. That's what they're telling you, okay? Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Okay, so let's move on. So we got misunderstood showing up here as well. I feel like it's talking about you and your person have felt so misunderstood when it's come to these love relationships, but it was people that didn't want to understand you, okay? And for a lot of you right now, it's bad timing, Spirit is saying, because you both still have things that you have to change about yourself, or things that in your life that have to change, right? Okay. Okay, next card we're going to take a look at is talking about your future relationship together, right? So we have the Ten of Swords showing up here. This is about, you know, endings, and not this relationship ending. It's talking about an end to all the fucked up things that y'all have been through, right? People misunderstanding you, people stabbing you in the back, you know, people doing, you know, coming in just wanting to have sex with you, or get money from you, or whatever it is that they were trying to do. All of those things about you putting an end to the things that have destroyed you and destroyed relationships that you've had with people in the past. Okay, whether it was romantic or platonic or family. Okay, then we got mutual growth here, right? So it says you inspire each other to become the highest versions of yourselves, and your love is the container for that evolution, right? So that's the type of relationship you want. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. That's what you're looking for. Is you're not looking for somebody with the potential to be something. You're looking for somebody who is saying that whenever we come to blocks in the road or bumps in the road or potholes or whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna be willing to step up and do the work I need to do on myself, and you need to be willing to do the same thing. That's what you're looking for. Okay, because anybody and people who want to take who are able to take accountability. Because if somebody can't fucking take accountability, you know, it's easy to say you'll be willing to work on yourself. Because if you never taken accountability, what is there to work on, right? Because you don't even want to acknowledge that you got fucking issues, right? Because we all human. Everybody got shit they need to work on. But you need to find somebody that has, you know, humility, that's able to be humble, that's like, hey, you know, we had that interaction, you know, it wasn't just you. I did what the fuck I did too. You know, we both got things we got to work on. That's the type of person you're looking for. But that takes time to find. That's not going to be something where you may be able to see that. You might be for some of you, but you might not be able to see that, some of y'all, until a little bit further down the road with them. That's why you starting off as friends and stuff like that. So you can have your disagreements, have these things like that, and you can both see how you handle things separately and how you work together on them. Okay. All right. Then we got infatuation here, right? So it's saying it feels electric, but remember, it's easy to mistake a new crush for love. Keep your heart in check while you ride the high. Cause see, it's people in this collective right now who are getting to know people and they ain't sure that it's their soulmate, right? But that's why I tell them, okay, but it's okay if you're not sure, but that's what the slowness is for, okay? Because you don't need to be all the way in and then you find out you done slept with them and you done did this and money and you're living together and this shit, and then you find out it ain't your person. Because then you got to, all that shit you built up with the person, now you got to dismantle it. We trying to stop that from happening. We want to find the one, and then we build up all that stuff. We want to do it the proper way, okay? All right. Because see, you got all of y'all done had these people come into your life with this shady shit, with the money, trying to do all kind of crazy stuff, pull the wool over your eyes, you know, because some of these people, they out here being reckless and doing all kinds of crazy shit to not only you, but to other people as well. And I know you don't want to go through that again, because that kind of stuff, it's ridiculous, right? It puts a toll on you, takes a toll on you, puts a lot of stress on you. It can mess up your life. And then little memories. That's that part of they. That's it, crusty. It say missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. That's them. They gonna be crying or whatever because you ain't giving them no fucking attention. It ain't because they love you. So get that out your head. It ain't that. You know how they say in the rap songs, we don't love the hoes. That's the type of person this person is. They love themselves. They don't love you. They're trying to get their needs met. And if you done unplug them from the supply and you threw the power cord back at them, you done messed their heads up. They don't know how to deal with that. That's now they got to look for a new damn supply, right? And you was one of the best supplies, because you not only allowed them to siphon, you was loving them and giving to them and doing all these things for them, right? Because I'm sure some of them other ones they dealing with, they might allow them to siphon, but maybe some of the things you was doing, they ain't allowing them to do, or they can't do it like you can. Okay. All right. Next card is talking about personal growth tips, right? So we got the Page of Pentacles here. So this is about, you know, doing research to figure out how to have a healthy relationship, how to love yourself the best you can love yourself, right? We got silent treatment here. So some of y'all, either you had this used on you, okay? Or this might have been a weapon of yours when you were in a connection with these Dusties and Crusties. And this is not something you can bring into this connection with this new person, because this is abuse. I tell y'all this all the time. It's abuse, because you hold all the cards. You know why you're angry, right? And you're not saying nothing to the other person. Like, what is that? I'm not saying you can't, you know, if you get upset and you tell the person, hey, I need a moment, and then I got more come back and we're going to talk about it. That's different. But you got to tell somebody. You can't just walk away, because the other person, we can't read the minds, right? You got to let the person know, I'm not, you know, walking out on you. I'm just going over here to give me a little fucking, you know, count to 10. And then after I do that, I'm going to come back, right? So some of y'all, the things you used to do, and I get why you did them, because it was like, oh God, I'm about to say it, Kill or Bkilled. So because you was in that type of situation, you was doing the best you could to survive, right? So you're expecting in this new connection, whether it's talking about literally or it's talking about what you and this person are going to birth together figuratively, like businesses and things like that, making money, okay? I hear get money. That's what I hear. So y'all getting money. See, there it goes. You and your new person, okay? So like I said, you got some beautiful things ahead of you, Libra. You just got to open yourself up to it. You can't just stay shut down, okay? All right, the last card we have, it talks about tips to attracting a relationship. I feel like Spirit is telling you, you know, go for what makes you happy. Go for your wishes. Focus on the things that, because some of y'all live in half lives, right? You are working jobs you don't want to work, right? You ain't making the money you want to make. You got people around you who are not treating you the way that you wish to be treated, or loving on you the way you love on other people. And then you're looking at your life in a whole, right? You're stepping back and looking at the whole thing, and you're like, I'm unhappy, right? The reason why you're unhappy is you got to look at all those separate parts and start to change the things that you know you can change, right? That's why I tell you, if there's people you got to walk away from, start walking away. Just pick one person and be like, okay, you a treacherous motherfucker and you got to go, right? You ain't got to say it like that. You just do it whatever way that is easiest for you. But you need to start to do that. Or if you're working a job that you feel like it's dead end and you're not going nowhere, like I said, figure out what it is you want to do. Start to take steps to be proactive to go in that direction, okay? If your money ain't right, think about what you can do. Brainstorm to figure out ideas. There's always a solution, but you can't just allow yourself to get sucked down in the whole thing. You can't think of a solution from a place of frustration. So you got to wait for yourself to calm down, and then you're like, okay, let's look at this again. Okay, just like with the silent treatment, right? Like where I say you say, okay, I need to count to 10 and I'm gonna come back. It's the same thing. You got to calm down when it comes to this, and then come back and know that you can create a solution to whatever your problem is, and then go at it like that. Okay, all right. Ooh. Yeah, no more secrets and lies, right? We done with that bullshit. We done with people who cannot be honest, who fucking backstab, right? Smiling in your face and they want to take your place. Backstabbers, right? We done with all of that stuff. It's focusing on what is going to make you happy, okay? And like I said, being proactive and taking those steps. Okay, let's move on to these other cards. Okay, we have not talking. It says you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. You can't be afraid. I told you, you're going to have to test. Let me tell you this. Just like you get tested, right? Being a divine counterpart in this collective, you get tested all the time, right? With the Dusties and Crusties, you get tested with going through these ascensions. You get tested with dark nights of the soul. It's a lot of different ways you get tested, right? It's the same thing with relationships. You have to test those bonds. You have to. Otherwise, how do you know how strong your relationship is? You cannot be afraid to tell someone how you feel. Hello, I'm back. You can't be afraid to tell somebody how you feel. You have to test the bonds of your relationship. If you don't do that, one day it's gonna come. You can't stop that from happening. And like I told you, it's better that you find out that somebody's not cut out to be in a relationship with you in the beginning, when it's not gonna bother you that well, not bother you that well, but bother you that much, than to get deep into something with somebody, never have a disagreement, and then when some big shit come, it just totally blows up your relationship. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, next card. Changing them. Hey Yang, how you doing? It says trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Like I said, we looking for the people that are like, hey, I take accountability. I'm willing to do the work that is necessary. And like I told you, you're going to have to see it in action, because anybody can tell you fucking anything, right? Anybody can. It's when the shit goes down, when the shit hits the fan, that's the shit you really need to be paying attention to. Okay. All right. Next card is talking about. The next card is talking about age issues. It says you feel too old or too young to date or have issues with your partner's age. You gotta let this shit go. I keep telling you, you could be the same age, the same race, the same background, the same everything, and somebody's still gonna have a fucking problem with it. And like I said, you don't need to be. If this person is loving you, you're of age, you're of the proper age. It shouldn't matter as long as y'all are of age and you are not hurting nobody. You're both single. You're in a relationship with each other, and it ain't no crazy stuff. I hear Harry Carey. Ain't no Harry Carey going on. Then this shouldn't matter. You're gonna have to get over this, or if it's your person, they're gonna have to get over it. Okay. I'm good. How are you? You said, what if you already did what, but they haven't said how they do? What do you mean? Okay. So let's get these other cards from Spirit. Let's see what they want to tell you. How do you know if the person is your soulmate or not? How do you know? That's the question. Okay, we have take a step. It says I put action behind my goals every single day. It says you need to let go of any doubts and fears and step out of your comfort zone. Your angels are supporting you and leading you in the right direction. So you should accept their help and enjoy this moment in your life. Okay. Then we have gratitude. It says, I'm grateful for many things in my life that bring me joy and comfort. The angels want you to remember, if you just pause and think for a moment, you might just recognize that you have so much to be thankful for, no matter how small these positive things might seem. Okay. All right. And how long have you been seeing this person, Yang? How long have you been seeing them? You're my everything is what your person is telling you, okay? And then I'm trying to become the best version of myself for you, okay? I'm going to tell you like this. Okay, are you and this person exclusive? We've got friend. It says we share a connection with a mutual friend or acquaintance. So some of you got friends in common. And then we have relocation showing up here. It says, in order for us to be together, one of us will have to relocate. Okay? Because look, at the end of the day, you got a choice, Yang. You can either wait for this person and see what they do, or if you're not exclusive with them, keep dating other people. Keep dating other people. Keep it open until she tells you how she feels. Because if you telling this person how you feel and they're not reciprocating, I mean, you shouldn't be doubling down. You shouldn't be getting serious with them. You shouldn't be doing none of that until there is a you seeing eye to eye and both of you have told each other how you feel. Okay? Okay, well, if you look, you getting that type of hot and cold behavior, go start dating other people. If you still want to entertain her, that's up to you. That's your choice. Me, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, look, we can be friends all day long, but I'm out here dating other people as well. You know, like I said, because if y'all are not exclusive and you just friends, don't put your life on hold for somebody who can't tell you how they feel. Go on back out there and find somebody else. Don't wait. I keep telling y'all, don't wait on nobody. Don't wait on nobody. Because if you got to show them by your actions that you're not waiting, that if they not going to step up to the plate, you going to step out and deal with other people and whatever happens. That's what you're going to have to do. Okay? So don't be sitting there waiting on some fucking body to tell you how they feel or whatever. Because if y'all just friends, you free to date whoever the hell you want to date, and you need to do that. Okay? That's what you need to do. Because that's how we get in trouble. Because see, this person, if they not telling you, if they not stepping up to the plate, then look, you telling her by telling her your feelings, this is what you want, and she not telling you nothing, right? She keeping you in the dark, right? So you're not getting your needs met. That's what that's telling me. So go on out there and go date somebody else. So either by you doing that, it's gonna be that she wakes up and is like, oh, I need to get myself together, or I'm about to lose this person. And then she comes and tells you how she feels, or you know where you stand, and it's okay because you out there dating other people. That's why I tell y'all, go slow. When you being friends, you still need date some motherfucking people. Date some other people. If they're not coming in, the person is not coming in and telling you how they feel. Because you doing this to keep yourself from getting sucked into something with somebody. Because see, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. This is about, I'm talking to all of y'all, even though I'm talking to Yang too. This is about y'all realizing what you used to do, right? Because we all used to do this. We would feel something, and then we telling the other person they not giving us nothing back, and we sitting there waiting for them to confess or tell us or whatever, or we in our mind thinking something is going on and that's not what it is. So that's why I'm telling you, we don't do that anymore. You got to move differently, right? It may be hard for you to go back out there and entertain other people, but that's what you need to do, because you need to keep yourself and your feelings at a distance until either this person tell you how they feel or you meet somebody else. Okay. And like I said, it sounds ruthless, but this is about you getting your needs met. And I keep telling you, if you sit there with her, you are telling her by your actions that she don't have to do shit in order for you to continue to entertain her. You see what I'm saying? You're telling her that her fucking feelings mean more to you than your feelings mean to you. That's what I'm trying to, I'm glad you came in here and did and told me this, so we can use this so everybody can see it. It's not that I'm trying to put you out on Front Street, but we all in here learning, okay? So if you step into something with somebody, okay, because it's about you breaking these old habits. You get into something with somebody, you and this person are friends, still keep dating other people. Still keep dating other people, because you got to hold yourself back, okay? You have to hold yourself back and continue to tell yourself, until somebody commits to me that I want to I commit to them together, we both commit to each other, I'm a free fucking agent. You got to keep telling yourself that shit, okay? So that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. Don't put yourself in no position like that, because when you do that, she already knows how you feel about her, right? And by you continuing to entertain it and you ain't entertaining nobody else, you're telling her you gonna wait, that by your actions that you're gonna wait there until she feel like she want to tell you. Don't ever hem yourself up in nothing like that. If you feel like you want to tell somebody how you feel and you don't get the same thing back, like I said, go date somebody else. Be like, okay, you know, by your actions, I just be like, by your actions, you're telling me that you don't feel the same way I do. So I'm gonna go out here with these other people. You ain't even got to explain. Just start going out there with them. And if she say something, be like, well, I told you how I felt. You don't seem to reciprocate. So I got to go on out here and I got to put myself and my feelings first. Okay. Don't do that. You got, when you done sat down and had to talk, that's different. But if you ain't sat down and had no talk, because just like y'all guys know that's where women always used to mess up. I always used to say that if you don't have a talk with guys, you just need to consider yourself not exclusive. That you dating around and they dating around until y'all sit down and have the talk and y'all both saying you both want to be in a relationship with each other, right? But if you telling her you want that and she not saying nothing, go on back out there. Though you don't owe her no explanation, because you say y'all just friends. So go on back out of there, and if she say something, tell her, hey, I'm based on the way you moving, you're not interested. So I gotta go out here because I want to be in a relationship. So I'm gonna go out here and find somebody else. Because trust me, there's 8 billion people on the planet. You'll find somebody else. That's the way you gotta think. You can't allow people to do this shit, because they will string you along. If they know they got you like that by the balls or the short hairs, whatever you want to call it, they will string you along. So that's why you gotta be hardcore. I keep telling you, you gotta be hardcore. It sounds cold as fuck, but by you doing that, you are protecting yourself and protecting your feelings, so you don't be in something for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year, and she never tells you that she got feelings for you. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve for nobody to do you like that. Okay. All right. So we got reaching out. It says, expect a call or text from your person of interest. Okay. And then we have signs and clues. It says the universe is talking to you. So you gotta look, this is about y'all going into these things with these people and not doing what you used to do. Sometimes when something happens, you just gotta stop and take a moment to think about what's going on. Think about the way the old you used to act, and think about what would be the best thing for you to do it going forward in the future, right? If you don't want to get the same endings or the same situations you were in before. Okay. So put yourself, you always come first. You always come first to all of y'all in here. Okay? Don't be letting these people bring you along and do all this kind of stuff. Because there's plenty of fish in the damn sea. And that's the problem with us, is we get hooked on one person and we think it's the end all and be all, but it's not. Okay? Sometimes you, like I tell y'all all the time, okay, well, I'm gonna say this once and I'm gonna go. Sometimes people gotta feel your absence in order to wake up and see what the hell is really going on. And if they don't wake up, that's okay. That's okay, because you've mitigated the damage by going off and realizing, okay, I gotta let this shit go and I got to move on because I gotta find somebody that wants the same things I do. Okay. So it's about you understanding that. And you got, like I say, you got to be ruthless out in these streets, because these other people are ruthless out here. Look at them Besties and Questions, all that shit they did, right? They didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck if you liked it or if you didn't like it or if it's this or if it's that. But they care now because you don't want anything to do with them anymore, right? So that's an example to show you. Once you pull away and you don't give to it no more, you see how you can't keep this motherfucker out of you. They always showing up in the readings, showing up in your house, showing up on the phone, trying to FaceTime, trying to do all these things because you don't want to deal with it no more. I told you, pull yourself back and always worry about yourself and the way you feel more than you do about somebody else until you get into a committed relationship with somebody. Okay? All right. Love yourself. Put yourself first. All right, Libra, that was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. I do all signs on Sundays and Thursdays. If you want me to read you live personally, that information is going to be in the description box for those videos. I have memberships. That information is where the subscribe button normally is. It should say join if you're already a member of a subscriber to the channel. Okay? Hang in there. Stay balanced. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out here with this fucked up internet. I appreciate y'all. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Good luck, gang.